Brush hogging slopes and steep hills. I'm going to show you some things that I look for and how I like to do it. This week on the Mallard 5 Farmhouse. Now the first thing I like to talk about is my quick hitch and why I like to hook up my brush hog with the quick hitch. Because before, when I would just hook it up with my lower arms and my top link, you run the potential of bending your top link. Now instead of using your 3-point hitch and using the quick hitch will just hook up underneath these bushings and the top will free float. And what that means is if you're going through a dip, before I would have to worry about that top link right here, I would have to worry about it bending. But with the quick hitch, it'll just free float with a dip. Just don't go too far with it because you could still mess up your PTO shaft. Now if you want to brush hog with your front end loader and your bucket, you need to make sure that you keep this bucket as close to the ground as you possibly can. That makes your center of gravity greater and keeps the tractor from having a more likely chance of tipping over if it's sitting up high. One thing to watch out for though is when you have your bucket low like that, again, if you're going through a dip, that bucket could get caught in the dip and that could essentially make you tip over too. Now these independent brakes, I like to use them. I have this pin here where you can push it in, and now I can run both my brakes at the same time, no matter which side I'm pushing on. Or if I pull this pin out, I can run the right side brakes or the left side brakes. What I use these for, if you need to turn up or down a hill quickly, you hold the brake on the side that you want to turn to, and it'll make the tractor turn a whole lot quicker than just with the steering wheel. So I always have these set for independent brakes when I'm brush hogging. And most importantly, the thing that can save your life the most is having your rollover protection up and secured with pins, and to wear your seat belt. I'm going to post a link to a video down here in the comments, and it's a video that shows the difference of wearing your seat belt with rollover protection and not having your seat belt on. Now if you have a tractor that for some reason does not have rollover protection but still has a seat belt, there ain't a chance I'm going to wear that seat belt on a tractor that doesn't have a roll bar, because if that thing starts to overturn, I'm bailing off. But since this tractor does, I want you to watch that video if you don't believe me, because a seat belt and this roll bar can save your life. Now when I cut a field for the first time, I don't worry about getting all the way to the edge of it. I just want to go to where I feel comfortable and I can cut a path. That way on my next path I can have at least 2 tires and know where they're at all times. I know what kind of terrain those 2 tires are going to be on. And here's a couple clips of me going on hillsides horizontally, and if you'll notice, I have the bucket down and I have my foot beside the clutch ready to go at any time to stop the tractor. And if I need one of those brakes, I can hit one of those quickly as well. I forgot to mention earlier, if you have 4-wheel drive, use it. The only thing it's going to do is help you. If you get in a ditch or a slick spot, you'll be glad you used the 4-wheel drive. I use my 4-wheel drive about 90% of the time on our farm. It's usually in 4-wheel drive. I have it, I'm going to use it. Now when you want to mow a steep hill, do not go up it frontwards. If you go up frontwards, you risk flipping the tractor backwards onto yourself. Go up the hill backwards, like you'll see here in these next clips. You've got the weight of the brush hog on the back of your tractor, along with your rear tires. They may or may not be loaded, mine are. And then if those rear tires do lift up, if there's a chance of that, my bucket is low. If the rear tires lift up, my bucket will catch me from flipping frontwards. And I can hurry up, hit the clutch and stop the tractor, hit the brakes, and then slowly go forward with the 4-wheel drive, and it'll set those rear tires down, and I'll be safe. And a general rule of thumb for mowing straight up and down, whatever speed you're going in reverse up the hill, go that speed back down the hill. I have a shuttle shift, so that's easy for me. Once I get to the top, I press in the clutch, and then I put it in forward, and I go the same speed back down. You want to go slow, but you don't want to go too slow because you risk sliding. You want to keep a good pace when you're going back down the hill. The main thing is, don't do anything you're not comfortable with. Focus on getting better at one thing. Whether you're mowing a hill horizontally and dealing with the sideways slope, or if you want to mow a field vertically. So I hope this video was helpful. Like I said, this is how I like to do it. If you guys have any tips or tricks that you like, put them in the comments down here and let's help each other out. You know, the only thing we can do is help make each other safer. So I hope you liked this video, and we got a lot of stuff coming up with this tractor and with the house. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And until next time, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.